Hello, thank you so much for joining me for Toddler Story Time. My name is Caitlyn and I work at EVPL Oakland. Before we get started with our story, we're going to sing our hello song. So get your waving hands ready. All right, here we go. We wave and say hello. We wave and say hello. We're with our friends at story time. We wave and say hello. We clap and say hello. We clap and say hello. We're with our friends at story time. We clap and say hello. We stomp and say hello. We stomp and say hello. We're with our friends at story time. We stomp and say hello. We sit and say hello. We sit and say hello. We're with our friends at story time. We sit and say hello. Hello, hello. All right, our story time today is all about winter. So as the days get shorter and the nights get longer and the weather gets colder, we think about the coming winter. And what happens during winter? Yeah, maybe it snows. Not so much here, but we do get some snow. You know, all the leaves will fall off the trees. There won't be any more leaves. Maybe the animals will hibernate, which means they'll go to sleep until spring. Maybe we'll see salt on the ground. The trucks will spread the salt so that the ice doesn't form on the roads. There's all kinds of things that happen during winter. And for our story called Best in Snow by April Polisayer, we're gonna see all of the different things that happen in nature during winter. So this is actually a nonfiction book, and it's a great introduction to nonfiction for your toddler or preschooler because there's very few words and there's great pictures in it, and you can make predictions about what you think is going to happen in the story, or you can talk about the weather or how the animals prepare or how they feel and what's happening in the story. So nonfiction doesn't have to be, a big textbook full of facts and figures. It can also be just a simple book with some great pictures and some great information about winter. So let's go ahead and get started. And look at that little bird in the snow. Must be awfully cold. A freeze. And what do you see here? That's right, you see ice, freezing, a breeze, a cloud. What comes from the clouds? That's right, rain or possibly snow if it's cold enough. And it snows. And look at all that snow. And the little birds as well. Snowflakes land on a squirrel's nose. Do you think the squirrel is cold? Or do you think his fur keeps him warm? Snow sails, so it goes through the air, it settles on the ground. And what's the snow covering up over here? That's right, it's covering up the leaves on the ground. Snow shapes, so it lands on the tree branches, dusts wings. What animal is that? That's right, it's a duck. And what sound do they make? That's right, quack, quack, quack. He might be a little cold, but his feathers also help keep him a little waterproof, so that means it keeps the moisture off of him. Snowfall quickens, so it comes down faster, and thickens. It gathers up higher and higher. Snow clumps and clings to the ground, to the trees, to everything. But then, wind sifts. Can you make the wind blow? Snow drifts. So it might pile up higher in other areas. sun shines. So what happens when the sun gets really, really hot on the snow? That's right, it melts. It starts to melt. Water seeps, which means the water is coming off of the snow. Crystals feather as ice creeps. But then as the sun goes down, it starts to get a little colder again, and all that melted water might turn into what again? That's right, it might turn back into ice. Air warms, snow softens. What's the snow revealing? It's got some rocks and some leaves. It drip, drip, drips. The ice is coming off of the tree. Snow melt forms icicle tips. Have you ever seen icicles before? You'll see them on the edges of buildings whenever it gets warm and then the water starts to drip down and then it refreezes. You've seen them a lot of times then. Down below, soil mixes with the snow. It's mushy, it's slushy. It doesn't look like white snow anymore, does it? Kind of looks kind of muddy, kind of dirty. Mixes with the ground until, what do we have here? That's right, it's a deer. Another freeze. Uh-oh, we're not out of winter yet. Another breeze. Another cloud. Winter's not quite over. It snows. And look at all that snow in there. Seems kind of peaceful though, doesn't it? Another snowflake lands. Look, we have a little bird here. What color is this bird? He's blue and white. On a squirrel's nose, and there's our squirrel friend again. Doing his best to stay warm in the snow. And that's it. And then of course, what comes after winter? Spring. And then that's when all the snow melts and then all the plants grow back up and then the sun shines for a lot longer. And it also tends to be pretty rainy too. All right, good job everyone. Before we move on to our next story, which will be a flannel board story, we're gonna sing a little song about a penguin. So it's to the tune of I'm a Little Teapot. I'm a little penguin, short and fat. Here is my beak, here is my hat. Winter days are coming, hear me shout. Please don't throw my mittens out. Good job. I'm a little penguin, short and fat. Here is my beak, here is my hat. Winter days are coming, hear me shout. Please don't throw my mittens out. Good job, let's do that one more time. That was so much fun. Okay. I'm a little penguin, short and fat. Here is my beak, here is my hat. Winter days are coming, hear me shout. Please don't throw my mittens out. Good job, everyone, that was great. All right, our next story, we're gonna visit a snowman. So right now, it doesn't really look like a snowy scene, so I think we need to make it look more like winter over here. What do you think? So let's see. We've got some snowflakes. Let's put some of those on there. Ooh, now it's starting to look more like winter, isn't it? What do you think? And then of course, we've got to have snow on the ground because the snow, remember from our book, it accumulates on the ground, it builds up, gets thicker as it snows more and more. Very good. And then finally, we need to have a snowman, of course. So we've got one right here. But he kind of looks a little bare, don't you think? He's missing a few things. I think he's missing a couple of things, actually. So I went walking through a winter wonderland, and I spied a snowman who needed a hand. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? And he says, I need 2 eyes so I can see. Well, that makes sense, right? He definitely needs some eyes. Look at that. Now you can see. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? What else does he need? I need 1 carrot nose so I can sniff. Well, hey, look at that. Now he's looking more like a snowman, but he's still missing some things, isn't he? Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? I need 2 stick arms so I can wave. Look, I have some right here. There's an arm. And there's an arm. Excellent. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? Well, now he has arms, but he needs 2 blue mittens to warm his hands. Hey, there we go. 2 blue mittens. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? Well, I need 2 red boots for my feet. Can't go walking around in the snow barefoot, can you? Perfect. He is almost done. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? I need 1 purple scarf so I can be cozy. Ooh. That looks so nice and cozy. But I think there's one more thing that he needs. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? I need a top hat so I can look snazzy. Hey, there he is. He's all done. Great job. All right, let's do that one more time. Let's see if we can remember all the things that he needs. He sure needed quite a lot of things in order to walk through the winter, didn't he? It's very cold out, so he definitely needs a lot of things. So let's get them all ready. I was walking through a winter wonderland when I spied a snowman who needed a hand. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? What does he need first? I need 2 eyes so I can see. Perfect. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? What does he want next? I need 1 carrot nose so I can sniff. Perfect. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? What do you think he wants next? That's right, he needs 2 stick arms so he can wave. Excellent. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? He needs 2 blue mittens to keep his little stick hands warm. Almost there. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? What do you think he wants next? He needs 2 red boots for his feet. Almost done. Do you remember what comes next? Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? He needs 1 purple scarf to keep him cozy. And then the last part, hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? He needs one top hat to look snazzy. All right, great job, everyone. We did it. We helped our little snowman friend. We learned a little bit about winter, about the snow, and about the animals in the snow. And now it is time for us to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me for Toddler Storytime. I hope you had a great time. You can be sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube at EVP Library for even more story times. And I hope you all stay safe and healthy, and I am so grateful that I still get to do story times and provide this service for our families, and I hope to see you soon. All right, let's go ahead and get a rhythm going for our goodbye song. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye! Great job. What's the opposite of loud? That's right, it's quiet. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. Goodbye. Good job, that was so quiet. All right, now we're going to put on our squeaky chipmunk voices. Get your voice as high as you can. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye! Oh, I'm silly. Good job. All right, now we're going to say it as low as we can. Put on your real deep voice. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. Good job. All right, now we're gonna go really fast. Are you ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as fast as we can. Goodbye. Goodbye. Great job. And then what's the opposite of fast? That's right, it's slow. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slow as we can. Goodbye.